Hi Cancer, and welcome to your Spirit Guide messages for January 2019. I'm going to start by pulling a card to see what your guides want you to focus on the most in January. So let's see what comes out for you guys, Cancer. Right there. All right, listen to your heart. So Capricorn also received this, Cancer, and with listen to your heart, that's pretty straightforward. During January, you may find that your mind and your heart are in conflict about a decision or what's really going on or what you should really do. And this is your guide saying, listen, despite your logic, despite your mind, you need to go with what your heart's saying. So this could be where something just seems absolutely bonkers and crazy, but you feel the pull of it so strong, do it. Or this could be where you're really, really wanting something and or there's, somebody around telling you things that you want to hear, but it's almost like your heart is saying to you, no, this is all very false. But you don't want to listen to that because you want what you want. So apply this how it fits, Cancer. But ultimately, it's like, listen to your heart. That is what should guide you in January, and that's where all decisions should be made. Stay out of your intellect. It will only trip things up. It will, you'll talk yourself out of things. You'll get afraid. Fear will stop you and prevent you. Logic will stop you and prevent you. Your guides are like, no, listen to your heart. Really listen to it. It is not going to steer you wrong in January. Not at all. So let's pull you another card, Cancer. All right, I feel like right there. Okay, so here's your card. Here's the artwork on it. And you guys have gate 32, duration. And it says, the only thing which endures is change. The instinct to adapt in the now without losing continuity while maintaining our basic nature. Cancer, this is like conservation, okay? Duration. This is saying, you may have to really trust your heart all of January with scant or no evidence that you're making the right choice, okay? So really keep that in perspective. That's probably why this is coming out so strong, is because of that, because this is like a journey, kind of a longer period of time where you're going to have to trust yourself, stay out of the mind, and not get caught up in fear-based thinking whatsoever. But your guides are like, no, Cancer, here is our promise, here is our confirmation that if you listen to your heart and you stay out of that head, even with very little or no proof or evidence that you're making the right choices here, you are, okay? Because duration, it's like you've got to be strong for a minute, all right? It's not like, okay, I just got to listen to my heart and I'm going to make this, okay, boom, everything's okay. No, this is like almost like a spiritual initiation for you to go to the next level, Cancer, where you are learning to really trust your intuition, your gut, your heart, and not let your mind trip you up anymore. So let's pull another card. All right, look at that. Yup, courage. How appropriate to go with the message. Cancer, you have to be brave. You may have to stand alone. You may have to really assert yourself and your boundaries and your convictions. You might be a one-person team promoting yourself, promoting an idea. Whatever this is for you, Cancer, your guides are like, do not give up. You have faith. You have courage, not in the universe and spirit, but also in yourself, because you're very powerful, you're very wise, you don't give yourself enough credit, and the reason why you don't feel that like you're all these things is because you constantly go back up into your head and talk yourself out of things, or really second guess yourself, or overanalyze, or just rehash something way too many times that it drains you and exhausts you. And again, go into our heart. Don't let anything persuade you, distract you, make you question your path, because you are so there, Cancer. It's like going to take a minute through January, and you're going to have a lot of faith. But again, it's like this initiation for you to go to the next level. So Cancer, let's pull some tarot dice here. Add to your reading. All right, do we have 5? Is that 5? That's 6. So you get an extra dice, Cancer. Okay, well, that was the Page of Wands that flew out in my lap. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Then we have the Hierophant. Next, we have the 9 of Cups. And then we have the, let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 10 of Swords right there. And the 2 of Pentacles. Yes. Cancer, listen. You are going to have a lot of faith in yourself and the non-physical through January, but it's like you're overcoming some challenging energy leading you towards like your heart's desire here. This 9 of Cups is always about a deep emotional fulfillment. That's why it's called the wish card. There's some sort of emotional gratification and contentment coming your way that you're working towards. And again, like I said, I feel like some of you, this is about a spiritual initiation, especially with the Hierophant coming out, where it's all about your faith and you believing in you. And those of you who are like developing a psychic ability, reading cards, all those things, if you don't feel super tapped in and you're just like struggling with that connection, it's because you're going through that initiation process where you're proving yourself, okay? Your energy is being worked on, not just by you, but by the guides who are helping grow you and develop you spiritually. And it's like, we've got to get to a certain level in order to really connect in, and that's what you're working towards. But you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to believe in your path and your destiny, and like that you're in the right direction. With the Page of Wands here, this is like some of you, you're taking the first step towards, you know, whatever this is for you. And you've got to keep at it, Cancer, no matter what. It's like, here's your emotional satisfaction and fulfillment, overcoming some pretty heavy energy, 10 of Swords. But here's the choice, Cancer, where you decide to trust you and trust your guides all month long. Stay out of that head and not give in to fear whatsoever. All right, don't do it, because you're very stable. Also, with this 2 of Pentacles, I feel like some of you, this is related to some area of your life where you're going to be given 2 choices between things, or you have a choice to make between 2 things right now, and that's what you're working on. So ultimately, Cancer, there's a choice to be made here, and there is going to be emotional fulfillment and satisfaction and happiness for you. I would say before the end of January, honestly, just because, you know, where this is falling, probably closer to the end, but you're going to get some clarity and some understanding before the month's over. But just remember, it's going to be a minute. Like, you're going to have faith and trust in yourself and really listen to your intuition without any confirmation or validation for a little bit. And once you do that, Cancer, you're going to be so happy you did, because some of you are more spiritually gifted and talented than you give yourself credit for. But because you've had no way to validate it and stuff, you second guess yourself. And Spirit's trying to teach you that you don't need the validation. You just need to listen to your intuition. It's like you hear my voice right now, and I could say, "Hi, Cancer. you don't need extra validation that I just said, hi, Cancer, right? That's what your guides are saying, is like, you need to trust your voice, your inner voice, much more, and not ask for that constant outside validation, sign synchronicities. It's, no, trust you, and by the end of this month, you're going to realize just how on point and how right you are about things, okay? So, let's pull you some advice, Cancer. All right, ponder what you want. It says, don't view rejection or uncertainty as negative. Timing may not be in alignment with your desires. Consider that you have more to learn before your desires are fulfilled. Step back and consider what you truly want. This may be a chance for an optimal turn of events. Now, everything that was just said in here, I love. It's so perfect. This is great advice. The timing isn't this month, Cancer. You're in that in-between space, okay? And we've already talked about what you're doing and why. So really ponder what you want, how you want it to look, okay? And also, what didn't work out in the past, it's the timing wasn't right, all right? But also, you're in that in-between space, and it's learning to really trust you and count on your intuition. Because like I said, you don't ask for a confirmation that somebody just had a conversation with you. So when your intuition is speaking to you, you shouldn't need a confirmation or validation. It's like, oh, okay, that's part of me. And you're really learning to recognize that throughout January. So let's pull you one final card, Cancer. All right, so here is the artwork on this card, and you guys have a practice, which is a cultivation card, and this is peace. And it says, compassion, forgiveness. These are the real ultimate sources of power for peace and success in life. By cultivating peace, the profound universal wisdom within you will rise above greed to practice generosity wisely, transform hatred into acceptance, and anger into loving kindness. Your conscious choice to transcend these delusive forces within you will be the moment you experience profound inner peace. All right, so that was actually pretty deep, right? To me, this is for yourself and for others as you are in this in-between space, you know, throughout January. Cancer, you're seeking an inner peace in your heart, in your soul, but also in your mind, and learning to really trust your inner voice, because once you do, that's where your peace comes into play. It won't matter, you know, who's trying to lie to you, pull wool over your eyes, trick you, none of that. Like, you'll just see it for what it is right from the start. And from there, you can make the choice. Do I want to deal with this person, or do I just want to not even go down this road? All right? So listen to your heart, Cancer. Even if things look grim, even if you're feeling alone, you're absolutely not, okay? So those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best, Cancer. Take care.